Nosotros somos escuela israelita, conocimiento práctico,
Power of manifest destiny. If you know the answers to this and their destruction.
Tú eres un hombre hispano, negro, o indio nativo. Tu lugar es aquí con nosotros. Nosotros somos tu verdadera familia. Deja de seguir la costumbre de nuestros opresores y toda otra maldita nación. Tú eres Israel. Nosotros somos la escuela israelita de conocimiento práctico universal. Órale.
Orderly, what's going down? That's if y'all can hear me on the mic, put a one in the chat for anyone listening, tuning in. Let me know if y'all can hear us. Let's check, make sure your headphones are plugged in. How about now, sir? Nah, nothing. So like you bear with us 1 second. Kind of low sound, he said. Okay. How about now, priest? Shalaka nan to Ashkudasha Allah. We got Dennis up in here. Yeah, man, Dennis is going down. Carnal. Yahabash Carnales. Yahabashamar Latapashim Yahabashai to the Mujeres. What's going down? This is another episode of the Inconvenient Truth. You're tuning in live. Let's give that a hand. Of course, I'm Priest and Officer Malakma, Priest and Officer 1000 out here out of Southern California, ISBK, Mexico. Of course, I'm right here with Mighty Priest and Officer 5000, Officer Lahav.
Lord Christ, man, what's going on?
Yeah, put the gain up more on the mics. Also got with me Priest and Officer 5000, Officer Oscar War. And of course, I got Priest and Officer 5000, Officer Kamadada, the Kamadada right here. Okay, Most High in Christ, the Water Kanal. Kodashala said the sound is better. So, of course, we're tuning in tonight. You know, you live with us. I mean, ask your questions. Any questions you got, any comments, go ahead and you know, put them in the comment section. Or try to answer to the best of my ability. If I don't know the answer, I'll find I'll ask who does know the answer. You understand? But of course, man, we're gonna touch in on the topics pertaining to the raza, to the Latino community tonight, to the Mexican community. You understand? And what's been going on, man? A lot has been going on, right? A lot has been going on with ICE.
A whole lot, man.
A whole lot. If I could, right? So like y'all, have you noticed that ever since we started doing the show against her, I don't know if you noticed how many times we had to cover tragedies and atrocities done by ICE.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like, and that shows you the what is it, the magnitude of the problem, man. Like, this is something very serious with ICE, man. You know.
Yeah, okay. That shooting in Idaho.
Right at the right. You just had that incident that happened in Idaho, where a gringo, right, a cavacho, went and shot up the In-N-Out. Yeah. So my question to people listening is this: oh, he's saying sound goes in and out. Okay, kind. Damn. So like I don't want when y'all speaking to the mic, y'all could just make sure y'all speaking into it.
Even when you speak, it goes in and out
Does
too.
it go in and out too
Yeah.
when I speak?
Yeah,
All right, so
that's what it sounds like.
how about now?
That sounds a little better.
Testing,
Stop.
testing,
Testing,
testing.
testing.
Can y'all hear?
I can hear you, sir. So like y'all, Sir Lahab, Officer Kudashala asked, if I may, sir, can I get a breakdown on Ecclesiasticus 42, 19 to 21? And he said the water out of one. Young man Dennis said yes. South to Wab. We'll try to get to your question, Quadash. Just bear with us.
Yeah, but that ice thing, that ain't going away. You know what I mean? That's something that's gonna be ongoing. You know what I mean? I think they were talking about they want 2,000 people arrested
Right, a day.
a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here I'm in Pasadena, California, and I've been seeing that. They've been in my cities of course close to Pasadena, neighboring cities to Pasadena, all over LA. You know, that hasn't stopped. You know. But of course the same thing, they make it seem like we're the problem, that we're coming over here, we're we're unaliving people, we're stealing, we're taking everybody's job, right? They demonize Mexicans, Hispanics. They make it seem like we're the problem. But yet the other day you had, I believe, was he Caucasian in Idaho?
Right,
Yeah.
right, sir.
White boy.
And what he was
I know he
in
was-
and out
I
worker.
know he was a heathen for sure. He was
No,
he
no.
was a
Was it in and out worker?
Right, right, right.
in and out worker. I don't know about that.
Okay, so like if I could, right? So the
Yeah.
story goes, he wanted to join ICE, I believe.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was
And
looking
he
to join.
couldn't.
Damn.
Right. I can you just say out of
He
my
wanted to join ICE.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
wanted.
he
to
wanted
join
to join
ICE.
ICE, right? That's the story goes. I'll pull
It,
it right now.
he was lacking in something that I can't recall what the story said.
That's crazy.
But
'cause
what happened
ICE-
with the in and out though? Was either he was at it in and out or
Yeah, he was at it, and then
oh he was at it in and out. Okay.
Yeah,
he
was
unalived a customer, a worker, and I think a third person too.
3 people died. I
Three
believe,
people.
yeah.
But when one of them, it was
A manager.
it
no?
was I'm not sure, but she worked for In
Yeah,
and Out.
Damn, he wanted to be an ICE agent.
Yeah, he wanted to
He
be
got
ICE
denied.
agent.
That's the story.
His name is Chad Williams.
Damn, Chad, goddamn.
That's crazy because ICE wasn't. They weren't doing background checks and they weren't
Right,
doing
right.
proper vetting because they just wanted to hire people so quick.
Right.
They were hiring people with like that one dude who killed that brother in Maine. That brother had a history of domestic violence towards his ex-wife,
Right.
towards his daughter. That brother should not have, not that brother Salaki, that damn devil should not have even been around weapons because he was an ex-veteran and he's not right in the head to even be in a job like that. So he didn't get vetted right. He didn't go through the right paperwork, background check. And a lot of those ICE agents don't go through background checks. They don't check their drug history. They don't check if they're criminals, mental issues, none of that. They just throw them into training and they just skip all the background checking and send them straight to training and then send them to the field. So they probably denied that devil because they noticed that people are starting to catch on to what they're doing, which is not vetting people properly. So that's probably why that might be why they denied this cat. And imagine if they would have hired that cat. This is the cats that ICE be hiring because he's not the only one. How do you know he's not the only one? Once again, because you got that brother in Maine who claimed that brother, Joel Sebastian, drove his car into him. True. That devil shot him and he was driving the car. Why? Because he was already shot. That's why the car was moving very slowly in a circle. And he claimed that he was driving the car towards him, and which put him in danger, which is not true. That's and to back that up more, that's why he told his ex-wife, lie about my reputation. I need you to lie for me, because he knew he was in the wrong. So that's, yeah, ICE didn't hire this cat, but guess what? They're still hiring people just like him. The only difference is he didn't have an ICE vest on. You know, why did he want to get hired by ICE? Because he wanted to go out there and fulfill his lust for blood. He wanted
Right.
to unalive people. And I guess he was angry and he just took it out on innocent people. which is what ICE is doing also. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's crazy though.
Okay, I got the story right here, sir. Ready to share. Ready to So it says 3 killed in Idaho in and out shooting, including a man known for helping others get sober. Damn.
We said 3 people killed in Idaho.
3 people killed in Idaho. Yeah. The three
Mhm.
people killed when a gunman opened fire at an In and Out Burger in Idaho. It's right here. Including a worker at the restaurant chain and a man from the area known for helping others get sober. Authorities released the names Tuesday of the people who died when the 24-year-old gunman opened fire at the Twin Falls restaurant. Police have said they are confident that he acted alone, but we're still trying to determine a motive. Police identified those killed as Ashley Garibay, 23, from Stockton, California, Dale Schultz, 66, of Salt Lake City, and Christopher Clunch, 59, of Hagerman, Idaho, about 28 miles northwest of Twin Falls. Hundreds of community members, many holding candles or roses, gathered at a park in Twin Falls Thursday night for a vigil to honor the victims. Some wrote notes to those who had been killed on the large blue hearts arranged on the trio of crosses, while others stood arm in arm and prayed. So this is the victims, right? I'm trying to get to the double bit. Just the names, right? That you know what's crazy? Just on those names, right? What does that sound like? So, it sounds like white on white crime, sir.
Oh damn, goddamn. So I was trying to hear the names.
Yeah. So like I'll reread them. So the names are Ashley Garibay from Stockton, California. Dale Schultz, 66, of Salt Lake City. Garibay, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that's a Latino last name. And Christopher Clunch, 59, of Hagerman, Idaho. Those sound like Caucasian names, Salakia. You know?
Yeah, man, and that's what white people do, man. White people have a bad day, man. They get the gun and start just unaliving everybody in sight.
Right.
He went in and out and did that. Damn, you know what I'm saying? You trying to get yourself a cheeseburger, trying to enjoy your day, and you got some devil that knows what the hell was going on. You try to get a gun and just go unaliving everybody in sight. Oh, these devils right here, they're playing GTA, playing Grand Theft Auto that they're doing on that video game. They're making it happen in real life.
Sir.
You know?
To think, man, you're going to get one of them bomb In and Out burgers, and next time some devil just comes in and unalives you, man. Some gabacho because he's mad. He like that says the attitude of this oppressor, right? When what's the scripture say when it says for children are their oppressors and women rule over them?
Yeah.
Right, that's who it's talking about right there. When how childish this oppressor is, man. You didn't get the job. You want to throw a tantrum and go take people's lives. You understand? Like that was his whole motive. He didn't get the job he wanted, so he figured it's necessary to take people because it's in his nature to want to unalive people.
Yeah.
That was the excuse.
And if you're Latino, Black, Native American, Indian, you need to start stereotyping these white folks.
Right.
The same way they stereotype you, they look at you like, oh yeah, he Hispanic, he bald headed, he got tattoos on him. Watch him. He could have gun and drugs and all that. You better, look out for him. You do the same thing with them white folks.
Right.
Cause that devil probably have an AK laying around somewhere or some gun hidden somewhere or a knife, and he at any moment he gonna unalive everybody in sight.
Everybody got
Everybody because his girl broke up with him or because his dad is giving him issues or problems. We need to stereotype white folks.
Right.
And white people should not have,
obviously
they should not have no guns
obviously.
whatsoever. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was gonna say that's their excuse. Anyways, every time they go and they commit a crime, what they say like, "Oh, he came from a broken home. His parents had some type of marriage, you know, downfalls or what have you. You know, try to justify the reason or try to reason for him for his actions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. And that's the one thing that Black and Hispanics, like, the, the oppressor has taught us that we can't even send our children to the movies. Can't even send your
Right.
children, or you can even send. You can even go to the club. You can't even go to the grocery store. You know, you can't even go, to the school. Now you can't even go to a restaurant because
Right.
you're gonna have a maniac,
Right.
who's been rejected, whether by a woman, by some agency, or their parents, and then they're gonna act out because they're emotional.
Right.
That's what a beast does.
I got the another article right here, more on it. So,
He looked like an ICE agent too.
so
He looked like Jeffrey Dahmer.
he
Look
looked
at
like
him.
Jeffrey. You know what he looked? He looked like one of those people that you find on To Catch a Predator. Is what he looked like.
Yeah,
He
man.
looked like one of them predators, man. One of them weirdos.
But here's the thing, though. Like, because of Christianity and the Christian church, you look at him and you think, like, you wouldn't think that he's even a threat. Like, you would look at
Right.
him and walk right past him, and then look at a brother and like, oh no, like this nigga right here wearing, he's sagging his pants, or this fool right here has tats on him.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
he's the scum of the earth. And this cat, you look at him and you wouldn't even recognize him or even notice him. And
You would
he
think
gonna
he's a
be the one
boogeyman.
to get the gun and unalive everybody at the movie theater,
Right.
at the
Right.
in and out. You know,
Yeah.
That's the reason why you got these horror movies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you watch a horror movie, you should be like, why are they even making these movies?
Right. Right.
People getting unalived, blood everywhere. Who's making these movies?
Right.
Are Europeans making these movies? That
Right.
just lets you know what's in their spirit. You know what I mean?
About their movies too is always an oppressor that plays the one that's doing the unaliving.
Mike Myers, Jason,
Look at it closely. Look at it closely. Look at it closely.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, God.
and the
Right.
thing is that it's not
Trying to
even
tell
a
us something.
movie. Like they're
Right.
really doing that.
Right.
You know, like you look at like Jeffrey Dahmer, he over there eating people, putting them in acid. That's not a movie. He really did that.
Right.
You know?
Epstein Files.
Right. The Epstein Files.
Epstein Files, you know?
That's some
God.
horror movie stuff right there.
Here, I got the story right here of what happened. So, multiple people dead, including gunmen, after man opens fire on Idaho In-N-Out Burger. On Saturday afternoon, August 1st, 2026, a gunman opened fire at a newly opened so this was a brand new In-N-Out open. In-N-Out Burger restaurant in Twin Falls, Idaho, leaving at least 3 people dead, including the shooter himself, and several others injured in a chaotic scene near a busy shopping center. Witnesses reporting seeing a person with an AR-style rifle emerge from the drive-thru before a bystander turned fire. An employee was also seen dragging a wounded coworker to safety. Police confirmed the community is now safe after the suspect had neutralized.
You see the words they use?
Right.
That's a very respectable report on what happened. They're calling him a gunman. They like when if that would have been, they would not have used those terms.
Yeah, because they use terrorist and
Terrorist,
Right.
Yeah.
Terrorist,
illegal alien,
yeah.
animal,
and
super predator.
they called
There
him,
you go. I saw
they
you.
called him a gunman. That's a respectable term.
Yeah.
A gunman. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? They do that on purpose, man. They know what they're doing when they write these reports.
Right.
Right, the brother Matamya said the white team, man, ever baby ever. They complain about everything. Right, that's what they do, right? Karens and Kens, what they call it. Ken's the male term for a male Karen,
Yeah.
right? That's what they do. They don't get what they want. They don't get their way, so they go and they gotta go hurt people. They gotta go cause a scene, do all types of things, man.
I like to say something if I could. Like,
Go ahead, sir.
let me. What's a precept I read earlier?
They gotta do mass unalivings.
Right,
It's not like them just hurting people. Like if it's a black and Hispanic, well, we call it crashing out.
right,
So when they crash out, It's like they'll catch a fade on the street with somebody.
Yeah.
You catch a foot, they'll catch a fade, beat somebody up, go to jail, whatever.
Right.
Then they're doing more than crashing out.
They loading
You
up
know, they
clips,
loading up that clip and
Yeah.
then
putting that army fatigue,
yeah,
planning out, you know. And the thing is that during these times they expect blacks and Hispanics to go out and mourn for, the people who lost their lives. But every time a black and Hispanic loses their life, it's like, okay, just get over it.
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they always try to make try to justify what happened to them, or they were here illegally. You
Yeah.
know, it happened for a reason.
If they would
this,
not
this,
have
and
came
that.
here illegally, it would have never happened.
Exactly.
Right.
And now I heard that In and Out wants to place security guards on site. But why did it have to take for oppressors to lose their lives to
Right.
have security?
And
You
there's
know?
a reason why it was at In and Out, because I believe the In and Out women, I think they supported
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, right?
Yeah, it was. I was just about to say that. I was thinking
I
the
think
same
it was a
thing.
Donald Trump supporter though.
Huh?
Yeah, that's
Who
weird.
was a Donald Trump supporter?
The lady, right?
No, the one that went out and
No, but I'm saying the CEO of In and Out,
Uh-huh.
she supported Donald Trump, and she moved locations. She moved her
Right.
the main, I guess, the headquarters of In and
Oh,
Out.
the flagship store or what
She
have you.
moved to like somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
I guess because she thought she was gonna lose business in California
Yeah.
because people found out that she was supporting Trump.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah, because they call it a blue state or what have you.
Yeah.
California. Yeah.
There's not a coincidence that happened In and Out.
She
That's like
went to
from a
arrest him.
spiritual aspect.
Right.
Yeah.
If I could, right, In and Out is a Christian-owned company.
Yeah.
I believe if you look underneath the cup, right, it's got John 3:16
Yeah.
Yeah.
and other verses. That's crazy that happened. That shows that says a lot, man.
They found out that the problem wasn't the guy selling oranges and selling corn
Right.
on the street. That's not that brother right there. Ain't the problem. The problem is the damn white Christian.
You know?
Right.
The priority, because everybody commits crimes.
Right.
Being here illegally is not a big crime because you're here working. You have a job. You're putting something towards this country. You're not right here who doesn't have just to put it into perspective. I'd rather have someone here who's not from here but is working hard rather than someone who's a civilian who does stuff like this.
Right.
Who's gonna have a better society? Someone who
Right.
worries about whether someone has papers or not and understand that they're leaving the country because it's destroyed, or someone who sides with people who are civilians regardless.
Right.
Right.
And
You
then
know what I'm
and then leave a pattern where they're gonna have later generations who are going to read about people like him, right? Just like how it happened in that mosque. Remember, Malama?
Right.
It was some shooters that were, they went into like Nazism or what have you.
Oh, damn.
Right?
Okay.
Remember we covered that story. Remember in San Diego,
Oh, okay.
right? Remember there were
Man.
some teens that went.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It was the transgenders.
Yeah, the
That
transgender.
did it,
you know what
right.
I mean? But like they always like these type of people leave a pattern for someone else to pick
Right.
up and look up to, and to follow the same pattern. Like, okay, he was into that. Let me be into that. And little by little type of character
Right.
that is gonna turn out to be exactly like this here.
And it's crazy that it's crazy that he wanted to get into ICE,
Yeah.
because the fact that he wanted to get into ICE and he got denied and then he turned around and did this shows you that okay,
Right.
they think this is American culture
Right.
Right.
to do mass shootings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
To go out and hurt people.
And that's why these racist Americans, that's why they love ICE.
Right.
Right.
Because they love to hurt Latinos
Yeah.
and black people, because
Right.
they know that's what America was built on.
Yeah.
There was I was watching a video, and there was like in Congress or some shit like that, and this Latina lady was like, "Who do you work for?" Right? She asked some guy, and he was like, "I work for Donald Trump." She's like, "No, you don't work for Donald Trump. You work for the people of the United States." And
Right.
he was like, "Oh, I think the founding fathers would disagree with you." So it's like they know that the founding fathers had us enslaved.
Oh, definitely.
So for them to
Damn.
feel truly American, they know in their heart that being a true American is hurting
Right.
Black, Latinos, and North American Indians,
Mhm.
and being about white supremacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not an American unless you hurt blacks and Hispanics.
Yeah.
That's who the founding fathers hurt.
That's what it was built on.
Andrew Jackson, and Native Americans. You ain't hurting them.
Right.
You're not a true American.
Because it's like if that's not how America is, if that's not like the blood of America, then it's
Yeah.
not America.
Right.
Then it's changing.
Right.
So they want to keep it like that because like they don't want to be the minority. They want to be this is America. This is what
Right.
we know what it really is because they know their history and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And if I could too, like when you go uh into posts and they always go in there and they always want to boast about how they took the land.
Right.
And they know, like how you said, like they know that they had people enslaved, and they like to say, like, oh, we took the land, and we did it like this, and what I'm saying, because they know that in order for America to survive, that spirit needs to be alive.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand?
It can't die off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, America dies.
And they know that they're inferior.
Kind.
They know that they're inferior people. Once again, I was watching another video of some white lady. She was saying how white people cannot stand black people when they're thriving, when they're building a community,
Right.
when they're intelligent.
Yeah.
They don't like that. When
Right.
they were saying like especially black people, like they don't like Hispanics like that either,
Yeah.
and other like and then you go down the line like Asians and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that. But they said like black people on top of the list, they can't stand to see them like good
Right.
because it's an insecurity thing.
Right.
It's a jealousy thing. It's a thing. It's a fearful thing. And she was like, the only thing that makes us feel good is when they're doing things that benefits us, like being our babysitters,
Right.
doing stuff for us, like servants.
Kind.
I think Jeremiah Hyman, he had showed a video of a white guy. He was getting mad at some Mexican playing his music in his car.
Right.
Like he was playing his music in his car, then he saw his truck. He's like, man, I can't believe that this guy has this type of truck.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And he's playing
Hating
Nice,
on
man.
them. Hating on them.
hate on it because to them they're worried about Donald Trump and war and all kinds of other shit. And you got some Mexican playing
Right.
his music, driving his truck,
Yeah.
probably going to work, and he just
You know what?
you know he just living. He ain't worried about it. He just going to work, making his money,
Yeah.
probably going back to the family, and you got some devil right across from him, like, man,
Right.
can't believe he's illegal and he has all that money, he has that truck.
That's Esau right there, man.
Yeah, they can't stand to see you living right.
Hating on
Right.
Jacob,
You know?
man. Hating on Jacob, man.
Yeah, no, and if I could, I was gonna say what Officer War was saying too. Like they can't stand to see somebody, being prosperous and having because like ever since COVID, like a lot of Black and Hispanic have become entrepreneurs where they have this little small businesses, whether it be selling, corn on the carts, having the little stands where they
Right.
sell their foods and things like that.
Oh man.
But I was gonna say exactly what you said. Like when they say they're like, oh, how does he have a house? How does he have and he has a car, and he has this and that. And the thing what you were saying, Officer Lahab, is that like white people, they're like you out here playing your music when you should be in fear. You should be
Right.
hiding because you're wanted. And they hate to see that. Like they just out there, living the American, dream in their mind. But he hates to see that. He hates to see that. Really, he's a free man.
They would rather have you with your head down, scared,
Yeah.
and paranoid.
Right.
That's how they want you. But
Yeah.
you doing the opposite, they're just looking at you like,
Yeah.
Intimidating.
Like how dare you?
yeah.
How dare you in my streets, driving with that car, playing that loud music?
Yeah.
Like where the hell is ICE?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because there's more proof. The more evidence of that is when you see. I done seen online. I don't know if you guys have seen that, right? But I done seen posts online where you literally got. I don't know if they're Trump supporters, if they're Latinos for Trump. I don't know who they are, but they're driving around, right? And they'll drive around a spot where there's a bunch of street vendors, right? Having their stands, selling food, selling things, and the person speaking and talking about, look, this is a problem, y'all. This is a problem we having out here. They're trying to turn California or LA into Tijuana.
Mhm.
You know, this is why you need to come. They talk about this is what illegals do, and all they're doing is setting up, selling tacos, selling food, selling something, providing a service,
Mm-hmm.
and they're complaining about them doing that. So it just it goes it. How do I say? It piggybacks off, or how do I say it? It enforces even more the claim against where they can't stand to see you prospering. They can't stand to see you, working, trying to make a living,
Right.
and actually succeeding because people are gonna go buy your stuff. Yeah, that sister, you know, that lost sister that went and actually tried to hate on the street vendors for getting out there,
Was
right?
the one whose husband was in the army? I mean, like in the services. Like
Okay,
he's the heathen.
I don't know if he was a heathen or not, but you remember the video, right? She's all like, "This is why
She
you
pulled up
get
on the
Mex."
truck.
She pulled up like on the street vendors on Normandy, I believe it was, and then she says,
Probably a different one.
"Yeah, I remember that video. I don't know if y'all
Yeah,
seen
she
that."
she ended up buying tacos.
Oh, she ended up out of all that, she
And
bought
I
the
was gonna say
tacos.
that, like they say that they
That's for
say that, like,
content. That's just
yeah,
for content.
yeah, like they say that on their way to buying tacos. I was gonna say that, when you were saying that, you know what I mean? Like they're on the way buying the same thing that they're hating against. Like America's is nothing but hypocrisy exists in America,
Right.
but that is what that is content nowadays. You
But
know,
you gotta respect the hustle though, because like those
Right.
like our people, like the people that do that, they work for themselves.
yeah,
They don't got a manager. They don't got a
Right.
a job that they go to and work 9 to 5
yeah,
and do all that. They work for
Con.
themselves. They're out there. They
Right.
find themselves a little spot. They're selling tacos or drinks or selling
Right.
clothes. That you know what I'm saying. They're doing that. They probably do have a second job on the side, but
right,
how can you knock that? You know what I'm saying? You got white people that try to sell lemonade. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we do that?
right,
Anybody that's over there filming and saying, "Look, at they're over here doing this," like you just a hater because you ain't doing it.
Right.
You just mad because you can't do that. That's not an easy job. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever cook food before? And forget about it if you're cooking food for people, because that shit got to be on point if you're cooking
yeah,
Right.
for customers, for people. That shit you got to be clean. You know,
So like, yeah.
food got to be cooked right. You got to make sure your prep is good. Everything got to be on point, especially if you want more people coming to your spot.
Kawa-
You know,
So like it to the brother Imawan, right? He said, or how do we sound now? Because he said, he couldn't really hear me in Kamada. How we sounding now to anyone listening? Were you able? And also, were y'all able to hear Officer Lahab speak right now?
type 1 if you can
Okay.
hear.
He's saying we need to speak into the mic.
yeah.
damn.
When Laha speaks into the mic, it sounds like much clearer.
Okay. So like, I might want how we sound now. Like, do I sound? Can you hear me now? I gotta fix the settings on these
Type
mics, Salakia.
type 1 if you can hear.
Check. It sounds like Lahab's mic is the only one that sounds.
Check.
He said to Wab now. Okay, Most High in Christ. He says it keeps going low to high. Okay, con. So we gotta speak into the mic.
Right.
Con.
See, face it like this. Maybe that'll help. All right. Okay. So that was the story. There was a video also from that shooting. Let me share it real quick. Give some sound.
Stop shooting! Stop shooting, bitch!
Police in Idaho say the shooter is now dead. Now, a witness captured video of a person pointing a gun. We don't know if this is the gunman or someone trying to help take down the shooter. The attack happened around 4 p.m. local time, just outside the In-N-Out Burger in Twin Falls.
They fucking shooting up. What the fuck? You got an AK.
Hell yeah, he does. Look at this fucking wacky motherfucker. He got fucking serious fucking gun. Oh, now he's getting a motherfucking. Oh,
Yeah, another gun. Oh, you got something bigger.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
You better get out of here. Hey! Stop shooting! Stop shooting, man!
Damn.
Sound like Chris Tucker. Stop shooting, bitch.
Right.
See what they should investigate his family, his friends, because I'm sure he has friends who knew about this, maybe on the same page about this. They should be investigating all that. These are the people you need to start investigating. Major crimes, mass shootings. That's who you need to investigate. That's who you need. That's what people need to. The government needs to focus on. But like I was saying, like if I could, like that's not the American plan. That's not the way of America. Because guess who's the president? A true white supremacist. That's who's your president. And guess what? They work for the president. They don't work. They don't work for the people. You understand? They have this system where you pass laws and they get inspected and then they accept the laws, whatever.
Right.
Listen, that's not happening with Donald Trump in office. They're trying to make America great again. What do you think that means? It means make America like it used to be. Right. Make it when white people were on top and so-called black people and Hispanics were being treated like trash.
Right.
I want to read a verse real quick, man. This is I read it earlier. It was heavy.
I'll read it for you.
What's the verse, sir? I'll read it. Where you want to go?
John 4:34. There's a couple of them.
All right, I got you.
John 4:34. And then John 15:8 too. That's a good one.
So I want to know, like, so he couldn't join ICE, right? So you probably want to join ICE because, of course, he's against immigrants, right? He's trying to get all the Mexicans in cages, so they denied him. So he went and started unaliving white people.
Right. That's what they're saying, sir.
God damn.
Yeah. And guess who's? We'll touch on that later, but who was the hero?
Right.
Why ain't Donald Trump talking about him and glorifying him?
Right. So this is the scripture right here, sir. This is the book of John, chapter 4, verse 34. Yahweh Shai say.
Is that John 4:34?
Yeah, 4:34.
What are you looking for? You ready for the devil?
My meat is to do the will.
Yeah, Comic-Con is right here, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yahweh Shai saith unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work.
You see, when you think about white people, their meat, their mission is to do exactly what this devil did. Their mission is to do exactly what ICE is doing in our neighborhoods. Their mission is to do exactly what the police is doing to so-called black people. Their mission is to do what the government is doing to North American Indians. Now they're doing it more boldly, more freely. Before they would do it here and there and make an excuse, but now they're doing it more boldly. They're getting bolder because their meat, meaning their mission in life, is to oppress you.
Right.
Their mission in life is to oppress you. You understand? But guess our meat is the same meat, meaning the same mission, the same focus. Our main priority is to do the will of our Father. You understand? The will of our God. This is John 15:8. Here is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit. You understand? How do we glorify our Father? Because guess who our white people glorifying? The founding fathers. That's what they're glorifying. By what? By having the spirit of the founding fathers, which is to enslave black Hispanics and North American Indians and make a place where white people can rule, where white people can be the high class. But our Father, we glorify him by doing his will. You understand? By putting on his spirit, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, bringing forth fruit by what we do. You understand? That's how we glorify a Father. And the only way to glorify a Father is to let go of this place, of following the fathers of white people. And that's what these Latino sellouts are doing when they join ICE. They're glorifying the founding fathers for money because they're weak, because they hate themselves.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So my point is, man, we got to come back to the Most High. That has to be our priority. That has to be our priority because they're for damn sure making it their priority to serve their fathers.
Right.
So we got to do the same thing.
Let me add this to it. Like we trying to come back to law, statutes, and commandments, right? That's what we built on. The UPK. We bringing Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, West Indians, right back to the law, right back to our culture, back to being an Israelite. A lot of our
Right.
people, some of our people don't agree with it. They look at us like we lunatics, crazy, dumb, stupid. You know what I'm saying? We fools for Christ. We believe
Right.
in it. Hey, if you don't want to believe in it, you don't want to believe in what we saying, you don't want to believe in the scriptures, you don't want to believe in the UPK, believe in the, what we're teaching. The devil right here, he unalived his own people. You don't think he gonna have devils that want to unalive you too?
Right.
Like
Right.
you over there trying to join yourself to someone like that. If that devil got himself a rifle, AR-15, whatever you want to call it, and he went on the street and unalived his own people in and out, man, just imagine what they'll do to you.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna join yourself to someone like that, and knowing how these devils are, they gonna let you join in. They gonna bring you in, like, yeah, man,
Yeah,
you against illegal immigrants, I'm against illegal immigrants too. And then when that time come, man, he gonna put a bullet in the back of your head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's
Right.
how they are. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says that he is the most subtle beast of the beast of the field. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he is, he tricks people. You know, he's deceptive. There you go. He's deceptive.
Sneak.
He look at you, you look at him,
Right.
and you can't see his intentions.
Right.
And until you put a bullet in your head, and then now you know what I'm saying, it's too late. So either you gonna join yourself with them, or you gonna join yourself with us. Hey, man, I choose wisely, man, and join us. You ain't gotta believe in it the way we believe in it, but man, you better follow us.
Right.
You better come to the cookout, come to class, and just be a student. Be at least that. At least just be around us. To get that protection. Because if not, man, you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, one of
Casualty.
his victims.
Right.
But go ahead.
And if I could too, sir, like the prime example is like we were touching on the last time we covered the story with the
Right.
one devil who unalived a brother, right, with his daughter in the car, and his wife came out, right. So how you saying, like, if he's willing to do this to his people, right, and then his wife came out saying that how he abused her, whooped on her, what have you, and she also said that he abused his own mother.
Right.
So
Right.
if they're willing to do that to their own loved ones, now imagine us, who they have no, they don't want nothing to do with us. They don't even think about it twice. They're like, man, like my mother, I think about my mother, but she can get it too. But them for sure, I don't even think about it twice. Yeah, like that was our brothers and sisters, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have to wake up, man. You have to wake up. There's a pattern out in the world that the Lord, He's trying to teach us something. He's trying to teach us that we do have an enemy. It ain't about equality. It ain't about we all coming together. That's not what the Most High is about. He's trying to tell us the truth. That the truth is that we have to remain separate, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
How you do it? You do it by paying attention to what's going on. You understand? If you don't want to listen to what the brothers in the UPK, how we bring out the truth, just pay attention to the news. The oppressor will tell you himself. He's going to be deceiving, but again, pay attention that the pattern is that the only ones who are being harmed by the oppressor is only Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That should tell you how Abba Lahab said, choose wisely. And choosing wisely means you have to separate. You have to say, man, you know what? I don't believe what these brothers are saying, but I should separate myself. Start there. Start by separating yourself from the oppressor.
And real quick too, like, so what does that mean? You got to work around white people.
Yeah.
So that means what? You just got to know how to operate in this kingdom.
Exactly.
You work with white people, say hi, how you doing? You You know what I'm saying? You go to the store, you see a white man attending you. Hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be professional, be cool. You ain't gotta be all a dickhead. Just
Right.
the only thing you can't do is do not go to the bar with that white man.
Right.
Right.
Don't go to the bar with him.
No boat
Don't
trip.
don't
Right.
don't go to that boat trip
Especially.
with him.
Right. Right.
You know, don't
No
go to his
sleepovers
house.
for the
No
sisters.
Sleepovers. Keep
right.
your kids away from
Right.
his kids. You know, that's what we mean by separating. And of course, too, you gotta separate from his holidays. Leave his Thanksgiving and his Christmas, his 4th of July, Halloween, and Thanksgiving alone. You know, we gotta stick to our own people. We have our own holidays. We have our own parties. We have our own carne asadas. We
Right.
have our own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or we stick to our own. Stick to our own people.
Right.
I'm right, sir.
You know, that's what we mean about separating.
Right.
But if you got to interact with a white person, go ahead and interact with them.
Yeah.
At that slavery, at that job, at the store, whatever. But at the end of the day, we got to stick to our own.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was say and you definitely right. You do business with them, but they're definitely never invited to the carne asada or the cookout, man. Stop inviting them and don't allow them in, man, for safety.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the problem with us is that we want to invite everybody to the carne asada. We cannot invite everybody to the carne asada. The Bible speaks about the understanding of the times, right? And this was during King David's time that it specifically spoke about the tribe of Issachar, right, which today would be the Mexicans. And but this is just all around for the 12 tribes that we need to have understanding of the times, and understanding of the times meaning that you need to have discernment. You need to pay attention to what's going on, and you have to you're gonna have to know that what's going on to Black and Hispanics is not just because they're illegal or because these laws are against them. That's not why. It's because the oppressor has a perpetual hatred for Blacks and Hispanics. That's the reason, right? And it's been going back since the time of Genesis, right, where Esau and Jacob, who we descend from, right? But not to take it that deep, right? But the thing is that Black and Hispanics, we need to have understanding of the times. And today, we need to understand, just like how in the times of King David, we came together, just like in the times of the Alamo, just like in the times of the battle at Puebla, right? When Blacks and Hispanics came together against the French, we had understanding of the times, right? And we knew that in order for us to live, we needed to join together, and we needed to recognize that we did have an enemy. That's the only way to survive. You cannot survive if you don't have understanding of the times. You understand? Yeah, Khan. I yield on that.
All right, no sweat, no sweat. What's it like, sir? With that, man, I'm a segue into the next story since we're talking about the whole thing. I was gonna ask your opinion on this. Did y'all see this video circulating since we're on ice and everything and how people react? Y'all seen this video circulating around? Watch.
My Chicanos, my Americans, whenever y'all come on TikTok, on social media, on the news, and y'all see an ICE agent taking away an illegal, and you see their family right there crying, Mama, Papa. They know what they're doing, bro. Don't feel sorry for their ass. I don't feel sorry for them. I'm going to tell you why. Because when your ass came over here legally, or you overstayed your visa, or whatever it is, you knew there was a big possibility that this shit can happen and your ass can get sent back any day. But what did you do? The most piece of shit thing you could do. You lay down, you selfish bitch, and you made a family. You know what I mean? Now when they take you away, now you want to cry. Oh, no, like y'all say it. Que de muerte, cabrón. Que de muerte, ya sabe. And another thing, my Chicanos, my Americans, whenever y'all...
Hey, so What do y'all got to say to that, man?
He just trying to rage bait. He trying to rage bait. That's for content, you know. And he ain't the only one. You got like
Right,
100
right.
other
there's
cats
more.
that do the
Oh,
same exact thing
nah,
that
no,
he's
no
doing.
sweat. I got you, sir. There's more. There's more to this.
Is that the
Caballero que iba a pasar.
Huh?
Is that to do with the ski mask?
Yeah, that's to do with the ski mask.
Y'all knew there was a possibility, but you want to point at the Ice Age, you want to point at the Americans and say that they're evil for doing this. No, we didn't tell your girl to bust them cheeks open. Now your wife or your girl, your kid, now their dad is away. Now your wife gotta get a second job or find somebody else to fucking suck so she can make ends meet. But you want to point at us and say we the bad guys. You need Chicanos like me. You need Americans like me. So you can point your dirty fucking filthy fingers and say, Rasta my God. Feel bad. They made that choice. This shit's called accountability. Y'all bless that. Sabíamos que iba a pasar, huh? Y'all
A lot of times, like when I hear niggas be illegal themselves.
Right, right.
You know, it's like a few times I heard niggas for Donald Trump, right? So like Latinos for Trump,
Right.
and then come to find out they don't have their paperwork right. Like hypocrisy.
Right.
And then for him to start off my Chicanos, my this, come on, man. You
He
talking
said-
like that? Chicanos,
Right. He
those are
said,
your Mexicans. Come on, man.
he said, you need Chicanos like me. He said, you need Chicanos like me. But, you know, I know this is rage baiting.
Yeah.
This, right? That attitude that he's using for the rage bait is a real attitude that's out there, man,
Yeah.
towards our people and from our own. How many, the fact you got Latinos for Trump, the fact you got Latino ICE agents, you know, yeah, he's rage baiting, but that attitude that, oh, they knew what they were doing when they came over here undocumented. It's their fault because once their visa expired or they never got their paperwork fixed, is they brought it on themselves. When you know, like y'all out there acting like it's not difficult to get your immigration status fixed. Like it isn't difficult to get your visa renewed. I brought out why, you know, people have to come out here undocumented. It's not because people want to cut the line. You understand? It's not because people are too lazy to do it the right. It's almost difficult and impossible to come here legally the way it's set up. Right. It's only set up for a certain group of people to come over here. You understand? What did Donald Trump say? Donald Trump said that he wanted immigrants from where? From Denmark, from Europe, from Germany, like those areas. That's what he wanted. And that's who the immigration process, from what it seems like to me, is that's what it seems like the immigration process is meant to benefit and work for. White people, European Americans, right? And it's meant to keep so-called Latinos undocumented. Not because they want to keep us out, but because they want to keep us in our place. They want to, when we come over here, right? They want to keep us under fear and able to exploit us. And as long as they can threaten us with ICE and threaten to deport us, we'll never dare, you know, rise up, you know, or come against them. We'll stay in our place and make them their money. At least that's the hunch that I'm on. You understand?
Well, what it reminds me of, right? Because America, right? It says that the spirit of Egypt.
So legacy.
Like in the Bible, so it calls it spiritually, you know, America. It calls it Egypt, right?
Right.
Think about it. I don't know if you remember the count where Pharaoh's telling them, like, you know, like if they become mightier than us,
Right.
that's what they're afraid of.
Right.
They're afraid of blacks and Hispanic becoming mightier. You understand? Because they are starting to see us come together according to our identity, not because, you know, we somehow just want to unite with each other, but they're working so hard towards it. Right now, you have like movements like the FBA,
Right.
and, you know, you have some movements out there that still want to see blacks and Hispanics divided, because once we join together according to our identity as the children of Israel, God's chosen people, man, we're gonna be so mighty. You know what I mean? That now we're gonna get Christ to come back. You know what I mean? The only reason why Christ is
Right.
waiting on us to come back, he's waiting on us to get off them drugs, get off them hoes, you understand? Get off them white women, come back as brothers and sisters.
Right.
And little by little through the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander Jenny Hanna, like that's gonna be obtained. You know what I mean? That day where blacks and Hispanics are gonna stand mighty is gonna be because of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander Jenny Hanna.
Damn right.
I'll tell you this though, them white folks love Mexicans and Hispanics that act like that and talk like that.
Oh yeah.
Those are the good ones right there.
Right.
To them, those are the good ones. If you can pull a scripture real quick, if you can pull Revelation 18:3. There are a lot of Hispanics that talk just like this cat right here.
Yeah.
Right.
Being bold, and he's an American, and he feel like he doing the good thing,
Right.
by saying that. So what he's doing, he's aligning himself with America, and he sides with the country over his own people. I give you, bet you 9 times out of 10 that his parents are probably illegal too.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
grandparents
Hell yeah.
illegal, but he choosing the red, white, and blue, the American flag, and Donald Trump over his people. Right. Let's get Revelation 18:3.
Oh, I got it right here. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 3.
Let's get 4. Sorry, verse 4.
Verse 4? Okay, come. Verse 4. And I heard another saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
When you read Revelation, the 18th chapter, this is talking about Babylon, right? Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great, in this scripture, is talking about America. So this is John the Revelator giving prophecy of what was going to happen to Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, the USA, the United States of America. The USA is in the Bible, and you read through it in Revelation, the 18th chapter.
Right.
And so what he's saying right here is, read it one more time. Come out of her, my people.
Right.
That's what he's saying. He's saying my people. He ain't saying everybody. He's saying my people, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her plagues. Right? So who are his people? Israelites. The Israelites are so-called Latinos, so-called blacks, so-called Native American Indians, so-called West Indians. And he's saying for us to come out of her, my people. What we talking about, or we talked about earlier, separation, separating.
Right.
Taking your spirit out of this country, out of this nation. You don't eat the pork. You don't eat the shrimp. You don't eat the crab. You don't gangbang.
Right.
Right? You're not a LGBTQ. You're not SAing children. Right? You're not a Republican. You're not a Democrat. You don't support Donald Trump.
Right.
You take your spirit is, you don't have the spirit of America. You don't stand for the American flag. You don't pledge allegiance to America. Your spirit, you have a different spirit. You have the spirit of the Lord.
Right.
So come out of my people that ye be not partakers of her plagues. The Lord is going to plague of America.
Right.
The Lord is going to destroy America.
Right.
You thought COVID-19 was bad? Wait till you see what else the Lord has for America. In about a minute, you're going to have the Third World War. You're going to have all these Americans in the Middle East to go fight for Israel.
Right.
You're going to fight for Israel. You're going to fight for people that do not care about you. And your sons and your people are going to die. This brother right here that you just saw, he going to get those plagues that are written in those in the scriptures. He going to receive the Lord's plague because he's a traitor, to sell out to his own people. He don't even know it.
Right.
He think he doing a good deed. He think that he's backing up America, and he's backing up, and he think he a good American citizen for siding with America and saying this about Mexicans and Central Americans, South Americans. He gonna find out the hard way. He gonna find out that those people that he hates so much are the Lord's people.
Right.
And there's gonna be a time, there's gonna be a day where he gonna be sitting on his deathbed, like, damn, like what? Why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this right here? It's because you decided to be a traitor to your own people. That's why.
Right.
That's and those you.
Right.
God is against you, and God is with those immigrants that you hate so much. And you're gonna find out in a minute that those are the Lord's people. You just gonna have to wait and see.
Right. I was say that song by what was it, the Hulk Hogan music song to Heart?
Yeah.
He thinks he's a real American, right?
He got the American flag
Right.
on his shirt, but this right here, this video is for rage bait.
Right.
That's why you have not just him, you have like hundreds other Chicanos videos just like this.
The
Yeah.
FBAs and the Latinos for Trump and all of them that put that content out. And that's what I was gonna say, sir. What's the scripture say? For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right.
They're pushing out there, right, for views, for comments, for monetization, not realizing that the influence that has on the street. That's what influence is. People like this shooter, right? Here was another video of him. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I had it right here. Damn, where'd I put that?
He made another one.
So this video surfaced as well. Look at this.
He's just hoping that his videos go viral. So
Not this guy.
I mean, most people have this gun, okay? I know the people saying that the footage is real have the same gun. I'm 6'8", okay? I'm taller than Michael Jordan. You see the bottom there? This is what it would look like in sweatpants. I'm 265 pounds, 6'8". This is retarded. Okay, this is like the dumbest, stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. And it's obviously not what anyone saw. This goes all the way down my leg. This is, I mean, guys, this is a 30-06, same, I mean, most people have this gun, okay? I know.
So that was the whole, I believe.
Oh, that was it?
That was him the day before.
God damn.
that's him.
That was apparently, right? That's what the video says. I mean, if anyone has any facts to bring out about this, open your chat. But you know, that's what.
He didn't look that like that.
Right. Okay. What did someone say? Either way, whether it was the shooter or not, this is Esau. This is this oppressor. Men like him listen to those content creators pushing the rage bait. Listen to that and take it to heart and go do what they do. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's what people need to realize. Like what y'all put out there, right? People listen and people are influenced by it.
I think. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, sir.
I think it's the opposite. To be honest, in my opinion, I think this cat see white people doing stuff like this and be like, oh yeah, you know, you Mexicans, you guys are illegal. You guys, you know, they're scared of white people like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know how violent white people are, and they ain't trying to be an enemy to them.
Oh yeah.
That's just my opinion. I think they're so scared. They were like, "Oh, what was that? If you can't beat them, join them." That's how they feel.
Oh,
That's why they push content like that because that's just my opinion, though. You know.
Okay.
But I hear what you're saying, though.
Right. Anything to make a quick buck. You understand? Yeah. But at the same time, in their mind, their justification could be like, "Oh well, I'm doing the right thing by pushing this out, and I'm getting paid."
Right.
So you know. So who knows, man? Why they do that? But they do that. It circulates online, and then it spills out.
He needs a DP.
Oh, here we go. Now I'm glad you said that. So that cat right there that did the video, the one that was talking about Chicanos and elite, this cat right here, do not invite him to the carne asada.
Not welcome.
Don't invite him to the quinceañera. Don't let that fool come to the party no more.
No.
It should be like, all right, that's your stance. All right, don't worry about it, man. Just don't come around no more. Go around your white buddies.
Right.
Why don't you go kick it with Chad?
Go get on a boat.
Right.
Yeah, go on a boat with Chad.
Go
You
have
know
a
what I'm saying?
sleepover.
Y'all believe
Right.
y'all believe in the same thing,
Yeah.
right? You guys believe in the same thing. You guys are both against illegal immigrants. Y'all should just go with them.
Right.
And then when he want to come around, just shut the door on that cat. Don't let him come inside the house no more.
Yeah.
I'll
You
play.
know what I'm saying? Like he took his stance, he took his side. All right, no sweat.
Yeah.
You stay over there then. Don't come over here. Don't come around no more.
Your mindset. You ain't a real G, homie.
What do you call it? You gonna revoke his Mexican
Right.
pass.
Already.
He talk
Because-
like he sound like he speak good Spanish too.
Right.
Yeah, he do.
Right.
Just because you speak good Spanish don't mean that you good.
Nah.
You know,
Con.
just because you speak good Spanish, and even if you're from over there, from Mexico, that don't mean you good. Like if that's how
Right.
you feel, then all right, then just like I said, stay away from us. Don't
Right.
come to the house no more. He's like damn near, what do you call that cat? Mario Lopez. I think Mario Lopez speak good Spanish too.
Yeah.
How
Right?
about-
Yeah.
Or no?
Right.
Am I tripping?
No, my
Oh yeah, he does. I believe he does.
Yeah. But if I could too, sir, I was gonna say like going back to the Latinos for Trump, like what's that scripture? The Lord says that He laughs at your calamity.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like they like it was a woman, and they brought her on stage, and she was with Donald
Oh,
Trump,
I remember.
and then
yeah.
her husband got deported.
Right.
You know, and then I heard a lot of stories like that. A lot of stories how a lot of Latinos for Trump, and then their husbands, their wives,
Right.
got deported. It's like, all right, no sweat, you know. Go over there, like, the Lord's gonna laugh at you. You want to see your own people down?
Yeah.
The Lord's gonna really laugh at you, man. He gonna mock you. You know.
And you know what? Cats like this too. I bet you they hate seeing like cholos and everything like that. They look at them like, oh man, y'all the scum of the earth. What's up?
He
Salakia.
speaks like he's from South Central.
No, a lot of these cats that are like that are ex cholos.
I
That's
was gonna
the
say,
crazy
like
part.
he sounds like he's from South Central, or you know, from the hood at least.
So like, if I could, right? I want to ask a question out there. Listening, especially right to you Latinos for Trump, all you Chicanos. I got a question, man. How in the hell, knowing you gangbanged, right? And you was living that lifestyle, what influenced y'all to go vote for Donald Trump? You understand? If you're a gang member and you come from that lifestyle, and Donald Trump was the law and order president, right? And again, and for stopping crime, like, what made you vote and support Donald Trump? That's to y'all out there. Please answer when you see this video. Put it in the comments and let me know why you voted for Donald Trump. Go ahead, sir.
I'm saying a lot of times these cats look at themselves as the educated one. You know, they think like out of their whole neighborhood and the people that they used to kick it with, they're the smart ones.
What's it like is that they don't think that they're educated. They think they're the woke ones.
Oh, they're
Right.
the woke
Yeah.
ones, educated
Yeah.
ones. That's how they look at themselves.
I'm woke. But if I could,
Oh, they're
Right.
the woke
Yeah.
ones, educated.
if I could, right? Like recently, right? What happened with the two unalivings that were back to back? Donald Trump came on saying that he's afraid that he's gonna lose the Latino vote. He's like, what are you talking about? Like he wanted Latinos to vote for him. He wanted Latinos to vote for him. Then he turned around and started terrorizing Latinos.
Right.
And that's the same thing that happened. Like blacks and Hispanics, we need to understand that these other nations are never gonna have our best interests in mind. Like that
Right.
happened in El Salvador. In El Salvador, Bukele, he used the Mara to get into his position. Once he got into that position, he betrayed them. Like that's a
crazy.
proven fact. That's a proven fact that he used the Mara to help him. I forgot what do you call it, but to help him, get to be a runner up. Yeah, and then once he became the president, threw all them niggas and locked them up. They don't even know if it's the day or the night, what day they're in, because the lights are on there 24/7. They get 3 meals a day. Uh, I saw this video. It's like a big barrel where they get the water. They don't even have mattresses. They're sleeping on the what do you call it, on bare metal. Like when you think about the detention centers, that's the same thing with the Hispanics in the detention centers. They have no covers. They have to use foil to cover themselves. They have to drink toilet water. They don't even get their medication, right? Like all these things, like you see these patterns when we vote for people who are not of our nation, the things that they do to hurt us. You understand? And they try to sell themselves to us. That, oh, we're gonna do this, then that, and they never come through. They always want us to see them as as our saviors, but they come and they do us way dirtier than the last person who was in that same seat. And then they'll say, well, you got to vote for the lesser evil. Like, goddamn, like you're admitting that they're both evil. Right. Like, come on, like black and Hispanics, we need to wake up, man. We need to wake up, and even the Bible does not condone for blacks and Hispanics to go out there and vote for somebody that is not of your race. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we have one that we should put our faith in, and that is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who as Jesus Christ. You understand? That's the only one. And of course, because he is here in spirit, right? But he has set a man to lead his brothers and sisters, and that's Commanding Jenny Ahana. That's the only man that you can put your trust in today.
Right. Damn right.
Yeah, I got it.
Khan. And that's what that's what's crazy is that many people don't want to believe that. Many people want to think that the ISUPK is some how do I say it? It's just a hate group, a cult.
Yeah.
When we tell you the truth, man, we just tell you the truth of how things are. And a lot of things that people are realizing now, we've been warning you since 1969.
I mean, shit. So like we've been getting these warnings since the Lord set up priests and prophets.
Right.
You understand what the truth that we're telling is the same truth all the priests and prophets in the Bible, the history and the records is the same truth, right? From the ancient of days, right? From those days is the same truth today, because those are our same enemies.
Right. Okay. But Salaki, I'm gonna give us one more video to react to, and then we can. Y'all seen this one? This one's been circulating like crazy too. Or you know what? I don't know. I don't know if we should cover this one. Y'all seen the one with that girl that's been exposed for threatening to call ICE on the lady? Like her car broke down.
Oh yeah. The Latina. The young Latina.
You want to see it?
Yeah, put it on.
All right.
Her car broke down.
Yeah, she went viral now because of that, man.
Yeah. They found her social media too.
Yeah.
¿Y estás segura que estoy ilegal? ¿Estás segura? ¿A poco sí? ¿Y cómo lo sabes? ¿Cómo lo sabes que estoy ilegal? ¿Cómo lo sabes?
You speak English?
¿Cómo lo sabes?
No puedes hablar inglés, ¿verdad?
No necesito hablarte inglés.
Sí.
No necesito hablarte inglés si yo no quiero.
Okay. Where's the ice?
Háblale. Háblale.
Okay.
Háblale. Aquí me voy a quedar yo. Háblale. ¿Por qué me dices eso?
Yo te digo, eso no me desmata.
No tienes que tú no sabes que soy ilegal, ¿no? ¿Estás segura que soy ilegal, no? ¿No? ¿Estás segura? ¿Estás segura que esto ahorita lo veo en vivo? Sí, porque mi hija no debe de ser grosera y yo le dije a mi hija no trabajar. Me golpeaste, cercaron, me aventaste de eso. ¿Por qué no me aventaste? No, a mí no me importa el golpe, me importa que aventaste eso. Te estoy diciendo que mi carro no funciona. No tienes por qué estarme diciendo eso. ¿Eh? No, mija, es que no. No puedo mover el carro. No puedo mover el carro. Estoy esperando a alguien que venga a moverlo.
And how the hell was it?
Get down.
No.
I know.
Y por favor, piénsate antes de decir algo así a otra persona. No, porque no andes intimidando, no andes intimidando a las personas. Diciendo.
A tu carro para eliminar.
No, me golpeaste el carro, por eso me salí, me tiraste el golpe. ¿Por qué me tiraste eso? ¿Por qué me golpeaste el carro?
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué me golpeaste?
Porque te estoy hablando y
Mija, te dije, no, te dije, mi carro no trabaja. Te leí la explicación. Ok, muévelo si puedes. Muévelo si es que, ¿cómo que no trabaja? Muévelo. Ok, muévelo. Muévelo, tú estás diciendo que si trabaja, que iba para aquí a propósito. Ok, muévelo, ten las llaves, muévelo.
tu camisa no te queda.
No, sí me queda. No importa, ¿sí? Si estuvieras tan delgadita, ay, sí, estoy ilegal. ¿Y estás segura que estoy ilegal? ¿Estás segura? ¿A poco sí? ¿Y cómo lo sabes?
Oh my God.
¿Cómo lo sabes que estoy ilegal?
Okay, this is more just like an argument that they're having. She just said that's saying stupid shit. But it's just like they're just arguing because she hit her car, right?
That's what it sounded like.
Her car broke down in front of them, and I guess they were trying to leave, so she couldn't move her car because it's broken down.
Yeah.
And then she said that I guess she bumped her car, and then she also threw something at her.
That's just an argument, but like still, that's just something you shouldn't say though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that stupid shit?
Yeah.
You know, but that's just like I said, they're just arguing over road rage. You know, that's just road rage and shit. But still, you shouldn't say that though. That you
Oh,
know,
what kind?
that's a dumbass comment to make. You know, now you on social media.
Right.
You on social
Now
media,
you're
they got you on camera
right.
and shit.
Right. You done became the content.
Yeah, you done became the content. You know, you shouldn't have said that. Now you're all over. People are making content about you because of what you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. And the internet is unforgiving, man. The internet is unforgiving, man. They'll find you your job. They'll put it out there. They'll find your name, your home address. Put that all out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely like. Why did you have to say that? Like, you understand? But that's what happens when you just react and you don't think before you speak.
Yeah.
You know. Now she's paying the price for it. But it's really sad. I'm gonna say this: it's when you see it's your own people saying that,
Yeah.
because that looks like that could be her daughter.
Yeah.
How you understand? You spoke Spanish fine. Why did you have to tell her to speak English?
Right.
You understand? Like it was like projection,
Yeah.
you know. And she probably has self hatred issues, so that's also why she went in. But if anything, is to learn is that y'all need to stop hating on your own people, man. Hating on your own people will not get you the respect from America that you think it's gonna get you.
Right.
You're not gonna uplift yourself putting down your people, man. As a matter of fact, the opposite happens. Up down when you put down your people, and you get exposed. Now the internet comes after you. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's like a lot of brainwashing too.
Kawakan.
Look at her. Let me see her face.
Yeah, Kawakan.
If you could like make the screen a little bigger. And she's asking her if she speaks any English, right? And she's calling her illegal. Like, yeah, if you don't like, if she don't say anything, you just see on the street, you would think she's probably like straight from Mexico too, or Central America. You would think that she only speaks Spanish.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
She looked like what is it out here in L.A. She looked like she stay out, like one of them, one of them high you see out there in Southgate and
Ball
Fairfield,
Heights.
yeah,
Linwood.
you know what I mean. You gonna tell someone, you look illegal. Like, come on now.
The solution to this, you know what I mean, for blacks and Hispanics is like, man, like use your resources for your brothers, man. Like she could have said, like, oh, your car is broken down. Like, do you need somebody, to come and help you push the car, something,
Right.
She should have tried to like that's the one thing that when it comes to the other nations, we're willing to find a solution, but when our own people, we will just attack them, clown them, and try to just make them feel horrible. Like she should have said, man, you know what, just be patient. The other sister, she should have said, just be patient with me. Like I'm waiting on somebody to come move the car. Or do you have somebody that could come and help me out? That's the one thing that in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge that we are taught to depend on your brothers, man. Because that's what Christ said. Like
right.
If you ain't got it, I ain't got it. If I got it, you got it. You understand?
Right.
And that's the thing, that there is no brotherhood out in the world, because America has taught you to be loyal to them. And when it's time for you to give loyalty back to your own people, loyalty left. You understand? You got no more kindness left because you don't give it all to your enemy.
35.
You understand?
25 and 35.
Okay.
Is 25, 35?
What's
That'll
that?
be a stranger.
I'll find it right now.
What you looking for?
I think Leviticus 25 and 35.
It has to be because I think Leviticus only goes up to.
What does it say?
But if thy brother be back, this one.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, waxing poor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kawakan, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 35. And if thy brother be waxing poor and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him. Yea, though he be a stranger or a sojourner, that he may live with thee.
There you go. So, what's the point of this? Like, a lot of us, we're from here. Like, we're from LA County. You're from Texas. You're from Chicago. You're born there, right? And then you have a brother that's not from there. You have someone that's fresh out the border, doesn't speak a lick of English,
Right.
doesn't know his way around. He's new. He's been here for 2 years, 3 years, right? Y'all don't speak the same language. We speak English. We know some Spanish. They only speak Spanish, and even their Spanish is a little different from the way we speak it. Right. He's a stranger here.
Right.
He don't know his way around. You're supposed to relieve him. You're supposed to help him out, man.
Right.
Not beat him up. Not you're illegal.
Right.
Speak English. Help that brother out. Ask him what you need help with.
Right.
Well, you got some car issues. All right, let me help you out with your car real quick. Or I might know somebody that can help you out with your car. But
Right.
don't be a asshole and be like, oh, I'm gonna call ICE.
Right.
Calling ICE on you. You don't speak any English. You're out of here. Come on, man. Like, you gotta be better than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my Spanish is not 100. But if I see a brother right here, if I see someone straight from the border and he needs some help, I'm gonna do what I can to help him out.
Right.
I got family that don't even speak any English, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna do what I can to help you out. I'm gonna find the help that you need. You know what I'm saying? I'm goddamn sure ain't gonna be like, I'm gonna call ICE on you.
Right.
I ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, you're a wetback. Help you out.
Right.
I'm not helping you out. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on,
that
man.
is wild, sir.
You gotta lean on the scriptures. And the scripture says if that would be a stranger, man, help him out. Or someone that's just passing by.
Mhm.
Be your brother, man. You know what I'm saying? To the people that are coming from the border.
Right.
You never know when you're gonna need the help.
Right.
But go ahead, Sluggy.
I was gonna say, sir, I got one question. What religion you think she is?
Sheesh.
More than anything, two things: either Catholic or Christian.
Yeah.
So all that
Yeah,
forgive
but
your brother.
you know, like that sounds a lot because everything is a learned behavior,
Right.
right? And you heard so many Karens, you know, telling a Hispanic, go back to where you came from, you know, speak English. You know, this young sister, she learned it from her own,
Right.
you know, like that's Stockholm syndrome. You know, you see your own people being taken advantage of, and you see your own people being discriminated, and somehow you still want to act like the person who's committing the humiliation and the discrimination. Like, come on. Like,
Right.
what does that say about you?
Kind. And that's what's crazy, man. Like we don't realize that.
Right.
So and that's the Lord exposing you, you know. So
And what you gonna do when these people turn their back on you too?
right.
Like these people that you trying to support, you trying to support ICE, Donald Trump supporters, like you trying to align yourself with them. And what you gonna do when they turn when they turn their back on you? You gonna try to come back to the family? That's gonna be hard to do. You know, after all the shit you done said, after everything you have done, it's gonna be hard for you to come back around.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't be so quick to be influenced by the cat that you showed earlier.
Right.
You know, like
Who's that?
the one that was wearing the mask,
Oh, the ski mask. Yeah.
the ski mask. You know,
God.
like you're learning from people on social media and Donald Trump, and you get influenced by them.
You gonna end up
That's the other lady right here.
right. That's this lady. You're gonna end up like this lady, right? Oh, dang, that's
One of President Donald Trump's most loyal voting blocs, Cuban and Venezuelan immigrants. A wave of disappointment. One of President Donald Trump's most loyal voting blocs, Cuban and Venezuelan immigrants. Now speaking out in Miami, a Republican stronghold, as the recent wave of deportations hits home and the Trump administration moved to end temporary legal status, or TPS, for more than 500,000 people who arrived during the Biden administration.
A mí es bien difícil.
Elena Conde says she came here from Cuba by plane on humanitarian parole in 2023. Her husband, Ariel Lara, crossed the border with Mexico twice, once in 2019 when he was detained and deported, and then again in 2022. 6 weeks ago, he was taken into custody at his residency hearing.
Que vaya a ICE.
So he was given an appointment to go to ICE. You told him before you left for that appointment, you don't have anything to worry about.
Tú no has hecho nada ilegal.
You haven't done anything.
Instead, he was transferred to Texas, where we spoke to him from his detention center.
How do you feel about everything that's happening right now in this country with the deportation? You don't understand how this could happen. What did you think was going to happen when Trump won? You're saying you believed the president when he said he was going to deport criminals.
Now, Elena is with her 7-month-old son and Ariel's 70-year-old grandmother, who has been a U.S. citizen for years. Together, facing a reality they never imagined.
Toda mi familia votó por Trump.
Lo apoyaba a Trump durante su campaña. Did you support him?
Yo estoy fuera.
You're outside of him. Pero te sientes decepcionada. Do you feel disappointed, deceived, engañada?
Me siento mal porque sé que ellos seguían.
A wave of disappointment.
when the scriptures say the Lord is not mocked. I mean, so like, so there you go. You understand? I wish I had the soundbite. I don't know. But that soundbite of DJ Khaled saying, "Congratulations, you played yourself." You know, that's what plays in my head. Man, you know, and of course, it's sad, right? That the brother gets deported. But what you think was gonna happen when you voted for Donald Trump, and you being undocumented yourself, you really thought you were gonna be safe? You thought that siding with Donald Trump was going to help you out. Well, right. The Lord showed you differently. Right. And that's all it was. He wanted your vote. And he got it, and then he didn't give a damn about you. He was, you know, he did give the other people he was placating to, though, what they wanted was, which was to get rid of you.
Right.
You know, so that y'all, I pray y'all wake up. I pray, you know, uh, Latinos, Mexicans, Cubans, right, Salvadoreños, all y'all that thinking that to be have morals and be quote unquote conservative, you got to go vote for Donald Trump or the likes of him. To get closer to God, you think you got to go vote right because you think they're closer to God when they're nothing but the furthest. You know, it's left wing, right wing. It's the wing on the same bird, man. It's like, so anything you want to say?
Yeah, man, stop supporting sexual deviants, man. Stop supporting people that sexually assault children,
Right,
and you know that are grapists. I gotta say grapists, right?
right.
I have to say grapists.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You got to say it, but you know,
Well, I'm saying it'll get flagged.
I don't know.
All right, I ain't gonna risk
That's a
it.
good
Yeah,
question.
stop supporting rapists. Stop
Predators.
supporting predators. You know, because that's what he is. That's what your president is. He's someone that rapes women and rapes children and touches children. Stop
Right.
supporting people like that, man.
Right.
Right? He's a
Right.
known rapist. He's a weirdo. You see him looking at those little girls with Jeffrey Epstein.
Right.
That's who you gonna vote for. That's who you gonna believe in. That's who you gonna put your trust in.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
He cross dressed, and he was it
He was
brought
on his
out.
he was on his knees. He was
Right.
blowing who was he blowing?
Bubba.
Who's Bubba again? Oh, Bill Clinton.
Yeah. Bubba. His name was Bubba. Damn.
Come on, man.
You know?
We could do better than that. Like you better off being with your own people. Those
Right.
people that you call illegals, yeah, we better off with them. Those are our people. That's our, you know, what they call la raza. That's our people.
Damn right.
And but you want to choose to be with Donald Trump, the rapist, on the Epstein files. You know, Epstein's island doing God knows what to those children.
Right.
Nah, man, not me. Right. Yeah, you ain't gonna put that on me, man. I ain't gonna ever support someone who touches kids.
Right.
And that's
Right.
big amongst Mexicans, right? Aren't we against child molesters?
Right. Especially in the prisons.
Isn't that, you know? Aren't we big on that? Well, your president, Donald Trump, is a child molester, man.
Bro, what is it? All you ex cholos, right? that went in the county and in prison, right? That was one of the main things, right? If a predator went in there,
Catholic Church too.
the Catholic Church, right?
You know, it's like you know, like for us to be against that, but still want to be in a religion that abuses children. Like they pay like $5 billion altogether to victims who, you know, the Catholic Church has abused. You know, like we need to come out of that. You know, out of those churches, man.
Right.
You know, there's nothing but that is the house of abuses of women and children.
Fuck your mindset. You ain't a real G, homie.
Right. You know, the concert. I mean, is there anything else you wanted to touch on? Or?
Yeah, man, we got the Vegas cookout, man. We got the Las Vegas coming up. October what? October 4th, 5th? What's the date?
I think it's the first week of October.
From
Did you get
first
the
to
date
the
real quick?
fourth.
Yeah, October 4th, I think.
So like, just give me 1 second.
We got a Las Vegas cookout coming up. The first weekend of October. Make sure you pull up black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. You know what I'm saying? This is our cookout. This is our cookout right here. If you ain't black, you ain't Hispanic, you ain't Native American Indian, you ain't West Indian, you ain't invited. You can't be at this cookout. You will not be fed at this cookout. This is strictly for us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have Jeremiah Hyman. We're going to have Commander Rihanna. We're going to have the generals out there at this barbecue. You know, that whole weekend is going to be lit.
Right.
You know, so if you out here in Cali, you in Arizona, anywhere, man, pull up to our barbecue. We're going to have the flyer posted on our page. Make sure you there. You know, make some time. Set your, you know what I'm saying? Set some time. You know, put in your days. Put in your requests so you can make it to this cookout, man. You know, come check us out. We're gonna have the food. We're gonna have the music. We're gonna have General Hyman Scripture breakdown class. We're gonna have the camp. You know, pull up, man. Show up.
Right.
Right now, this is your time to see the truth. You know what I'm saying? See the truth. Check us out. You know, see what we talking about, and you know, it's your opportunity to get involved, man, and change your life. You know what I'm saying? Change your life, and you know what I'm saying, and get involved with us.
Right.
It's like,
right.
That's it.
I'm just trying to find those flyers, man. Take them down. Oh, here we go. October 1st through October 4th.
Okay.
Is when it's gonna be shared. I'm gonna share it right now. So with that, man, be on the lookout, Raza. Be on the lookout, Canales y Mujeres. The West Coast Barbecue Cookout, man, October 1st through the 4th, man. You know, we gonna be out there, man. Vegas be lit, man. Vegas be, you know, be on and cracking, man. So, man, with that, man, this was another episode of the Inconvenient Truth. Live every Wednesday night. You know what I mean? 10 p.m. until Salakia. We start when we start, but Wednesday nights definitely. With that, man, stay tuned for the for scripture breakdown class tomorrow.
Right.
You got the Lashawan Kodash on Friday, Sabbath class on Saturdays, and then of course we got camp on Hollywood Boulevard, man. Right, you know, right across the street from Jimmy Kimmel Live. So y'all know where we at, man. Y'all know where y'all can find us, man. With that, man, like, share, and subscribe. Tune into the Inconvenient Truth 1969 on all social media platforms. Hit the DMs. Also, you can email us, the Inconvenient Truth 1969 at gmail.com with any questions and comments, man. But with that, man, it's like y'all should come out. Anything you wanted to bring out or say?
Nah,
Okay, don't sweat. But with that, man, I'm gonna say Yahaba Shem Shah Barakatah to the Carnales. Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashim Yahweh Shai to the Mujeres. We'll be back at it again next week, Lord Allah. With that, Shalom, Rasa.
Shalom.
So I'm gonna close out with a song.
Another day. Another day. Another day. Another day. In the sun or the motherfucking rain. Had to slang all day just to fucking maintain. Another day in this hopeless game. Trying to make a change, but it's all the same. Another day. Death is always 2 steps away. Drop your guard, you get shot in the motherfucking brain. Another day. Nothing to gain. Your life to lose in this motherfucking game. Ain't no fucking truce. Another day. I know I'm cursed, I live the life of pain. In a world where I'm hated cause I'm Mexican. Another day. To this death and fire still we stand. If you ain't with us, you simply won't understand. Another day. In the system we were meant to fail. If you ain't one of them, you'll catch a life of hell. Another day. How to prevail with our parents dead or in jail. In this life of war, only time will tell. We came up in our motherfucking block, trying to set up shop and avoid the fucking cops. Another day in the spot where the violence don't stop, and your best fucking friend becomes your fucking Glock. Another day. We aim for heads, never for the legs. In this game of death, vatos love revenge. Another day. It's a shame to our blocks we pledge. We are different hoods, but all Mexicans. Another day. We are victims of a racist nation. It's sad to say we became the reflection. A revelation that was given through time. All I saw was the death of my own damn kind. Still our instincts led us to survive. I thank the Lord that he spared this life of mine. Another day. And my past goes through my fucking mind. Gunshots through the wind, homies dead or doing time. Another day. And it's a past that could never never be changed. I played the game to pay my bills and to fucking maintain. Another day. How to explain when your life is in pain and you hide your feelings, snorting lines of cocaine. Another day. Still I came up out this motherfucking hell when the land with crack sales, avoiding jail cells. Another day. Homies dead or in motherfucking jail. How the fuck did I survive? I can't fucking tell. Another day. A distant thought in a fucking memory. Still I dream of motherfuckers coming right after me. Another day. How to proceed in this life with no peace. Even in my dreams, death is all I see. Another day. And these demons almost won this fight. Had my gun to my head, contemplating suicide. Another day. When the fuck will this pain subside? Will I ever find peace in this life of mine? Another day. And as I stared at myself through the mirror, I looked into my eyes as I pulled the trigger. Another day. Tested my luck playing Russian roulette. I felt the Lord save the life of this Mexican. Another day. Nothing to lose and a lot to gain. I felt my life needed one big drastic change. Another day. Where to begin? I can't stay the same. Almost put a motherfucking bullet to my brain. Another day. And here I am, a changed fucking man, trying to make a living. Hope y'all understand. Another day. Too much blood in my motherfucking hands. What's the life and curse of this young Mexican? Another day.